Von Strolly from Tooksie's. Today is National Sandwich Day and let's make my favorite steak sandwich. So I've just stripped the beef of its silver skin and I'm going to just salt and black pepper it. And of course I'm going to add my favorite hot mother truffler to it to kind of vamp it up, and then we're going to finish it in the oven. Alright, so we're just going to season the tenderloin. I'm going to go a little light with the sea salt because I'm going to go back over with the hot mother truffler. I am adding regular salt because it would be too hot if I were to add both. So just as much or as little black pepper as you want. I always do a little bit on the board and then I'm just going to roll it onto it. Now I'm going to draw for my hot mother truffle. It is my workhorse salt. If anything is missing, if a recipe that I'm cooking is missing something, I assume that it needs it, and 100% of the time it did. So I'm just gonna roll the steak in the leftover black pepper on the board. I had my steak sitting out of the fridge for about 20 minutes. You want it not room temperature, but like a little room temperature. We're gonna stir it. So now I'm just gonna preheat my pan because we're not trying to cook the beef right now, we're just gonna color it. So I'm gonna make that warm up. We've got to resist the urge to just turn it before 30 seconds are up. But my 30 seconds are up, so we're just gonna... You want to stir all sides so you keep in the nice juice. The beef juice.
Can I have mom close? Yeah.
Alright, so we've stirred off our beef. I am just gonna cut one head of garlic in half. And then we're gonna have a bunch of thyme. I'm gonna add some butter in the pan, put the garlic down, put the thyme in, baste the steak with that butter, and then put it in the oven at 400 degrees. So we're just gonna add some butter. If you're new here, this is just a little. Gonna add the garlic in the pan and the thyme. After the butter's melted, we're just gonna add the beef back in. We're just trying to get some aromatics going, and then we'll just put it in the oven at 200 degrees Celsius or 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Put it in the oven now. Now we're gonna make our grape tomato relish with our pasta scotchie. So I'm just gonna take half a red onion. You can slice the onion thinly or dice it, whatever you prefer. It's going to cook down with the cherry tomatoes, so for me personally, I don't mind slicing it. And then we're gonna cut our grape tomatoes in half. And I'm just gonna slice the cherry tomatoes right down the middle. You could use cherry tomatoes if you can't find any. You can use regular plum, salad, tomatoes, whatever you find. Just dice them into 1 inch or 1.5 inches, however big or small you want it, because we're gonna cook it. So my thought process behind this is I love salty sweet. So I'm kind of creating a tomato jam that's gonna go with the steak, which is the savory part, and then we're gonna have some heat from the hot truff aioli that we're gonna make with some mustard, and then a little piece like of lettuce for health, basically. But it's actually it's an awesome sandwich. For brunch, I actually leave out everything and I have my guests assemble their own sandwich. I do the steak, I make the tomato jam, I make the aioli, I toast the bread and then they just assemble it. It's the perfect party food for brunch, and it's a great make ahead. Alright, so now we're gonna make the tomato relish. Small saucepan over medium heat. I'm gonna add a little olive oil. Just base your pan with a little olive oil. When it starts to ripple a bit and flow quickly, I know it's hot enough. I'm just gonna add a little salt so that it can give off the water and get translucent. Tomatoes. Some more salt. And then you don't have to worry about how you cut it or anything, because we're gonna kind of smush the tomatoes so that they release some of the juice, and then we have a nice sauce. If you don't have a spatula, you could use, the back of a wooden spoon and kind of press down on them to get some of the tomato juices out. So now that it looks nice and the tomatoes are breaking down, I'm going to lower the heat and I'm going to add the pasta Scotchie and some water. This is our pasta Scotchie. I didn't make it too set because I actually hate when I get jam and my crackers break when I'm spreading it all on there. I like it to be a little flowy. So that was about 2 tablespoons, and then I'm gonna add quarter cup water. So of course it's hot jam, so I would wait till it cools a little bit before tasting it. You might burn your tongue. I've learned that the hard way. So I'm just gonna add in a few sprigs of fresh thyme, just because we had some time with the beef. So I'm just gonna pull off some sprigs. So I'm just gonna cook this for about 3 minutes on low heat. After that, we're gonna take it off and allow it to come to room temperature. So the beef will be cooking for about 15 to 17 minutes for a perfect medium. And that is all. Alright, so the beef was cooking for 15 minutes, so we're gonna allow it to rest for 15 minutes so that all the juices can stay in and not come out on the board when we've sliced it. Okay, so our beef is resting, our tomato relish is resting as well. So we're gonna make our aioli. I wanna show how diverse our sauces are. I think that each of our sauces can be used for marinades or dipping sauces. So I'm gonna show you that if you can't manage the heat of the hot truff, there's a way to kind of tone it down. And you can add mayonnaise. If I had Kewpie, I would have added Kewpie because I mean, everything needs Kewpie. I'm gonna add about 1/3 of a cup of Hellmann's mayonnaise. Whatever mayonnaise you have, it's fine. And then I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. If you like the stone ground, lumpy, whatever you want, it's fine to use. It's just a little zing for our aioli. And then I'm gonna add about 1 teaspoon to 2 teaspoons of hot truff. It all depends on how spicy you like it. You know, add a little at first, you can always add more. You can't take it back. I think that's about 1 tablespoon for me. And then I'm gonna add a little black pepper. So this is the mayonnaise that's gonna go on our sandwich. And then after I mix this, when the garlic's cooled, I'm gonna chop it up and add it in as well. So I've taken about 6 pieces of the garlic, whatever my 4 hands could handle, because it's still hot. I'm just gonna mince it up, just to add in our aioli to kind of reiterate the nice garlic, thyme, butter flavor we have going on. My professional knife skills. All right, that looks fine to me. So like I said, we're just gonna add it in. Like that. Just gonna add some of that nice beef fat and butter, garlic and thyme into the mayo. More flavor. I'm a salt girl, so I actually want to add a little salt. What does it need? It needs hot mother truffler. Okay, and I think that looks good. We'll taste to confirm it. And I'm cooking it for me, so that's why I use my finger. Okay, that's perfect. Now we're gonna toast off our bread. So we're gonna toast the bread in the same pan that we had the beef cooking in. Just take out whatever you can because it's gonna burn. Just gonna lightly season it with a little tiny salt. So let's check it. Okay, it's our favorite part. The beef has rested for about 15 minutes. So let's see. So I'm just gently slicing through. See, we allowed it to rest. So it's pink all through. It's sourdough bread, so I want a nice juicy piece of steak. So let's just allow the knife to do the work and just keep sawing back and forth gently. You can make the slices as thick or as thin as you want. Come on, that looks so good. Okay, so we're just gonna assemble. We have our nice hot truff aoli that we made. Pop that down, then we're gonna put down our lettuce. And then I'm gonna top it with 3 slices of the perfectly cooked beef. We're going to drizzle on our tomato relish with the pasta Scotchie. This is a little sweet element. It has a little vinegar from the pepper jelly as well. This on top and close her up. I give a little squish and cut her in half. I'm a sandwich girl, so I mean I can make sandwiches all day. Look at that. And I think the beef is cooked perfectly. If you want it more done, add it in the oven for about 20 minutes, 22 minutes for a medium. Medium well, I would do 24. But why are you having steak sandwich if you want it medium well? She's beautiful. So I'm gonna give her a try. I mean, I hope I don't bust up the top of her mouth. If it's not all over your face, you didn't make a good sandwich. This is effing ridiculous, I think, actually. You have to give it a try. Happy National Sandwich Day.